EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Bills and the Saints on Thursday night.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Northwestern University. It's Trevor Siemian.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Siemian. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
It's got to feel great for the Bills franchise to know that they're set up for the future with number 17 at the helm. They don't have to worry about draft choices. They don't have to worry about free agency. They have their quarterback. And the passing attack as a team, second only to the Chiefs in 2020. And how about Josh Allen? Guided the Bills to their first playoff win since 1995 last season, and his completion percentage in the last 3 years has gone from roughly 53% to 69% last season.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Pushes him over. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On play action, Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On play action, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a pickup of 3, but that is indeed enough. Now Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Emmanuel Sanders, of course, veteran receiver, played for a lot of teams, and he was with the Saints last year. His one and only season with him, he had 61 catches, 726 yards, and was the de facto #1 receiver for most of the year, with Michael Thomas out with injury. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Second and 10. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd down and 8. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that's complete to Sanders. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Allen to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Simeon. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Simeon now to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Simeon. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Vernon Butler drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Get ready! Go ahead, get him!
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Second and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
flush to his right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo.
Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. This is taken at the 15. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Simeon. And his throw is incomplete.
Adam Troutman, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. To the air, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, Harris. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Simeon. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Ingram powers by at the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw, Simeon. It's brought in by Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42.
Singletary to get the drive started.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. And Sanders has got it complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
Allen to the veteran Sanders for the Buffalo 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
On the left
outside. He finds Beasley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They will run with Singletary. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a run with Singletary. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints will have the football back. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Simeon. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Simeon incomplete on 1st. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Simeon. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Simeon. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go. Good job.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
That's out to the flat for Ingram.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Big play. Big play.
On 1st down, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Throwing now is Allen.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Let's go!
The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw.
Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run on first down. Singletary, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
So this was a case of better safe than sorry. All the receivers were locked up, so he had to try and run for it, but he ended up having to slide short of the marker.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
They're going to run for it. It's Moss.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker, give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Simeon. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. Now Simeon. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down and 7.
Allen going to throw. Buying time to his left. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. To the air, Allen. And Diggs has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, it's Simeon.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw with Simeon. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. To return is McKenzie. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. On the move to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
2nd and 11 now.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whoever the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a first down throw, Simeon. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down now, it's Ingram. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The offense on third down tonight, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Again, they'll run with Ingram.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Simeon on first down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Terrell Johnson able to pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
72 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Allen. Left side here to Sanders. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Moss will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 65.
Allen will try to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Single. I got a single in the slot. Watch 14.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Simeon incomplete on first. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Simeon. Trying to lay one up deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On first down, Simeon. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Vernon Butler able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Simeon. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Saints on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Simeon. They go screen. This is Ingram. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Let's go. 58, come on. Let's go one more. 58, boys, 58.
Here's Simeon. This one complete to Ingram. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Vernon Butler, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. On the handoff, it's Singletary.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's Singletary. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run on first down. Singletary, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll give this to Moss running right.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.